agreed. 1,000% agreed. And look, losing Game 5 to Alpine, it's not fun. You never want to lose a Game 5, especially against a team where I'm sure you play that Game 5 again, maybe it goes a different way. But I was actually having this discussion me and a couple of friends, a couple of viewers were talking about Ghost. Someone said, do you think there's a honeymoon period? And I said no. Number one, because in general, I think Rocket League doesn't have the same kinds of honeymoon periods as other esports because it's so physically and mentally demanding on the field. You can't really skate by with one person lacking. And number two, I just look, this team has played together. A new org, I don't think, will bring that honeymoon feel. You can't afford to have that when you're trying to qualify for the rest of the weekend. So I think whatever Ghost has, they have. And whatever we look at on the other side, you know, whatever Chronic and Stokely bring, that's what they're going to bring. So I'm just looking forward to the map.
Yeah, it's certainly something that Ghost will be hoping does happen. This is, of course, the former Omelette roster, and they burst onto the scene in the 2 months or so that we had of these community tournaments that Psyonix gave us, and they were incredible. They were taking it to the best teams in NA. They did well against NRG. You know, they got beaten comfortably in the end, I guess, but they certainly looked equal to them as competitors, even if not quite as good as NRG, which is completely fair. So there is the chance that being picked up by an org such as Ghost, you know, back in the Rocket League scene, have a lot of history with Rocket League, with the RLCS, a lot of expectations on their shoulders, it could galvanize these players and bring them back up to this top form. It can happen in Rocket League. I see your point about how, you know, maybe a slower, more considered esport might make that more likely, but they're trying to prove that they are the right pick for Ghost, and just having that motivation can be massive.
Absolutely. We'll see how things kick out. Couple of awkward defensive hits, but they're able to hold on. Luke will try to get that one back in rotation. Freshness will kick it out to the sidewall and extend it before it gets taken away at midfield. Still 3 minutes to play here. No one able to score just yet, but a couple of cheeky shots do ring in. Alraz into the corner. He will follow as well. Second extension comes through in the double tap, but back to midfield. Stokely cuts it off and back down on net, taken away by Freshness. Freshness, who has really stepped up defensively as this season has progressed. I've been extremely impressed with his play, and we saw him in the rival series. You've seen names like this. Lion Blaze and individual prowess as he takes out one on the sidewall, and Freshness will try to center this one out, but Luke up with a shot, burning a lot of boost, but will not get there in time.
We certainly know what not Omelette anymore, what NRG, oh my goodness, what am I on about? What Ghost, because I was saying NRG earlier. Let me start again there, Spaceman. We certainly know what Ghost Gaming are capable of individually, and they're going to try and show that here as they come forward. Is Lion Blaze on the left side. Wants to put it into the center, and he does. He's got some boost to play with. Not quite enough to get past Stokely. The defensing, though, isn't quite good enough. And Alraz comes in from the side and gets the save. And now Chronic can take it away. A solo play of his own. Takes to the skies on the backboard. He wants to go, but it's saved well by Lion Blaze. So Freshness, one of your most improved players, Spaceman.
Absolutely, and I think it has a lot to do with their ability to let Lion Blaze open up his personality on the field. Lion Blaze is very much give me the ball, get out of the way. So if you continue to give him room to work, it creates less pressure on both the offense in transition, and it allows Freshness and Luke to kind of facilitate through midfield. And I think that Lion Blaze, should you be able to shut him down if you're looking at Stromboli, they're going to have an easy day here. But it's just about trying to pick away at the defense and keep everyone on their toes for Ghost Gaming. But Stokely going to take this off from midfield. Not going to be able to pinch it, but leaves it out to Chronic. Shot on net, not going to happen. Back to midfield we go. Freshness following in. Alraz to the corner. That one's going to spike down, and Luke will read it. A slow roller to the adjacent side, and we fall in. As Lion Blaze will get there, but won't get the touch. Stromboli putting in a lot of pressure into these corners. I like what I'm seeing this far.
Yeah, I'm liking it as well, but that's a really good win from Lion Blaze. Sets up Luke, who tries the fake, and it pays off as well. We've seen a lot of snapshots, a lot of quick strikes into the corner that have been saved, but this is the moment where Luke just sells Chronic short, and it's 1-0 to Ghost.
I like how early on the desk I was like, yeah, there's Luke, by the way. Just, you know, casually hanging out, and that's what he does. He hangs out at midfield. If you make a mistake, there's always going to be someone there from Ghost to be able to come in. Everyone misses the kickoff. That works, too. Lion Blaze going to take this one out, and it gets kind of challenged. Luke as well, trying to bully his way into the box. Won't happen, as Freshness is going to slow this one down. Alraz trying to get cheeky with it. A little flip over, and Defender clears it out. 1 minute left. It's a Ghost Gaming lead, but it's only game 1 of the series, folks, so still plenty of time to fight through, as that one's going to ricochet out. Alraz, beautiful touch and a great save as well.
It was a great save from Luke. It was Alraz rising high, a man who was dropped by Xset recently, so really trying to prove but he is more than capable of dealing with the pressure of this level. He comes up now, up against Freshness. To the side the ball goes. You've got Stokely coming in there, up against Lionblaze. Lots of 50-50s in the air, which aren't really falling for Stromboli in the way that they'd be hoping. Starting to get a little bit desperate as well, with 30 seconds left, and Ghost Gaming are just able to swallow up all of this pressure. One double commit allows Luke to come all the way down the other end. And the 50-50 game, well, it was going for Ghost Gaming, but Alras has managed to break through. Can he do the same against Luke? Not quite. It falls to Chronic in the end. The shot's just wide, though. And unless he can do something incredible here, it's going to be a 1-0 game for Ghost, but he has done exactly that. And Chronic gets an equalizer with 12 seconds left.
How did Chronic just recover this one?
What a turn.
Absolutely just a heads-up play to be able to stay aware mid-fight. I was looking at the 50 wins, Cole, and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, this is their best chance to score. They missed 2 hits, and all right, it's a 1-0 game. Now tied. What can BOLI do with 7 seconds left? Will we see an OT? Surely it's E-League. We will. Lionblaze back to midfield. This is going to slow down, but it won't clear. That's the big problem. And back to the other side. Freshness going to keep it up to Luke. Shot to Lionblaze. They don't clear it. Stokely, can he bring it back down? And that...
Not yet. Don't say anything yet. Oh, okay. Alras got a bump on his teammate, and that was the end. Up until then, it seemed like any second something was gonna happen. We are going to enter overtime in game number 1, and it's one that Stromboli had to work hard to get to after dropping that first goal. Now here comes Chronic over the top of Luke. At least he wants to go. Stokely's coming in, blocked by a combination of Lionblaze and Luke, which will mean that Alras has the chance to flick to victory, but it's saved coming in from the side by Luke.
I was just thinking, not again. Don't let him do it to you again. Chronic does get it up to Alras. No second touch. Luke with the challenge and the nice win there. But Stokely will have the last laugh as he brings it back down to Chronic. Shot on net. Just a little wide to the left. It's going to be up to Luke on the back wall, but Stokely will win the interception and back to midfield. So we'll swing this transition around. Chronic, third man back, will recover up to Stokely. And we'll extend this. Chronic going to slow it down. Stokely down and away. And that one gets blocked. Good save from Ghost Gaming as they get it back towards midfield, but it's still in the blue half. Lionblaze not able to clear. Over to Freshness. Ugh, just looks kind of rough right now on defense.
It really does, and that's because Stromboli are spreading around so well. Whenever the ball sort of pops out to one side, there's one of these players there. What they do need to stop doing, though, are these double commits, which seems to be coming out of nowhere. It's not Ghost putting on pressure, forcing them to double commit most of the time. It's just a lapse in communication for a second or two. And what that means is that that great spacing that they're having is just turned to dust, and Ghost can come back forward and try and get a counter-attack, as we're seeing here. They now have this sustained wave of pressure. For the first time in overtime, with 1.5 minutes gone, as Lionblaze puts it into the center, Chronic booms it all the way downfield, but it's a good touch back in by Freshness. Who's going to be the first one to touch this one? It's Lionblaze, but it's wide, and Stokely can get it away.
They've done a great job of containing Lionblaze this entire game. We haven't seen him on many breakaways. Down shot, just off the post, follow up, and it's going to work. 1, 2, 3 punch. Chronic is there, right place, right time.
Yeah, but just about. Look at this finish. I thought for a second that he put it too far wide. It was an unnecessarily good finish there from Chronic, passing it into the side netting of the goal. But it is a Stromboli victory, and I think on the balance of play, that's fair. I think they were just about the better team there, Spaceman.
Agreed. There was no blown saves. There was no, other than that one immaculate goal from Stromboli, there was really no blown defense. And that's, sometimes I lack, the proper English to be able to get my words out. But when I say it's a middleweight fight, it's a middleweight fight. This is what we expected. Very close. Going to go to OT. Nothing too uncharacteristic from Ghost Gaming. Nothing too uncharacteristic from Stromboli. These teams will go head to head in all of the great fashion that we saw. 1 goal for Luke. Lionblaze held to under 400 points. 3 shots, 2 saves. But again, the ability to contain Lionblaze as being an X factor is vital to the success of Stromboli, and you saw it in game 1.
I'm surprised that Ghost are looking quite as blunt in attack as they are. I know they're not the team in the best form in the world right now, but we certainly would be expecting them to be nailing a few flip resets, just to be making Stromboli look scared and worried. And I do think that most of the chances that Ghost had were unforced errors on the side of Stromboli. So certainly a lot left in the tank for Ghost to step up to. But Stromboli did everything in their power to be able to grind out that first game. This is more clever from them. The pass into the middle, and Chronic can keep the attack going.
Good save from Lionblaze. We've seen that a couple of times in this game for both teams. Just a little wide to the left, a little wide to the right on some of these shots. As Freshness is going to clear that out from his own half. Big booming clear. Redirected to the corner. Lionblaze will not win the 50. Unusual He's able to get up to that ball, pinched out, and Luke will take it away. So a couple of warning shots from both teams, but no one really able to find a quality hit yet. As Alraz meets it at the ceiling. And it's going to be 2 players committing from Ghost Gaming, brought back down. Chronic with the steal. And he'll try to reel it in, but will not be able to do so. Can Stokely play defense? Absolutely not! No one from Stromboli able to get up to that ball.
Just a clean finish. Chronic sort of does something in the corner that wasn't really what his team needed. And Freshness says, okay, thank you very much. I'll blast it into the top corner. And that is the simple goals that we were talking about for Ghost. They didn't have to work hard for it. It was a Stromboli error yet again.
Still plenty of time. Lion Blaze to the other side. Accuracy not really been there for either team, but we continue forward. Into the corner we go. It's Lion Blaze who will grab that corner boost. And, okay, a couple of awkward double commits, as Ghost might want to fix that communication. That could be dangerous. Chronic now going to try to meet that's at the ceiling, bringing it back down. Touch there, and stolen away. Ghost Gaming now having to turtle on defense, but no one going for these challenges, Cole, and it looks like they're allowing Stromboli to advance with the ball, but they're not getting in their face about it.
Yeah, they're trying to take their time with their defending to play the same way Peeps did against Space Station when they beat them in the playoffs. Just to let them exert all of their force and eventually come forward. It sort of works, but Stromboli do come forward. Freshness there has a really important save to make, and he managed to do it to keep his team in the lead. Let's see now what Stromboli can conjure up this time. Stokely is over the top of Freshness, but Luke was defending as deeply as we expect from Ghost at this current moment in time. Alraz's touch isn't the best, and Lion Blaze comes in. He has Freshness to his side. He also has Luke on the floor. Freshness's finish, though, isn't ideal. And then Chronic can show some mechanics of his own just to get that ball safely into the center.
Alraz has been relatively quiet throughout this series. Again, it's only been one game, I'm sure, but still 66 points. Not really involved in a lot of the plays, so we'd like to see that pass begin to open up, maybe facilitate more through the corner as they're going to try to poke this one. Stokely will not get the second touch. Up to Luke, and he's going to read this along the wall and kind of kills it in the side. Luke bringing it back out to Lion Blaze. Again, just off base a bit. And it seems like once the play gets here for Ghost, they play through the corner, the offense breaks down, and the dimensions start to crumble just a hair.
It's two teams that are lacking imagination. I think Stromboli are now falling for the same thing that Ghost were earlier, which is when they're coming forward, they don't really seem to know what to do. They get the ball into the corner, and then it's, okay, what next? I don't know where we go from here. The person who was on the ball has run out of boost. The other two are trying to be a little bit more defensive in the center, and at the end of the day, there's nobody that has the clean shot, but this should be a clean shot for Stokely. That was a rare chance for Stromboli, despite the pressure that they've had, and he's just backflipped and missed it completely, and now Ghost can come back forward.
Well, they can, but again, the same hesitation remains on offense as it does on defense.
It's a weird series, this.
You see them flip the ball to the corner, and then they just kind of wait. So we go back the other way. It's Alraz, 2 touches, intercepted. Lion Blaze there. Lion Blaze, who has missed a couple of hits, not really been that awake in this series. Surely that will not be the case as we move into Game 3, but with 1:35 left in Game 2, you know, sometimes series are just awkward, man. It just kind of feels like maybe. Look, I'm gonna put it this way: you have one team that comes against SSG, you have one team that comes against Alpine, who arguably, you know, are up to their level, if not better. They lose in Game 5. They're both coming in 0-1. Sometimes if you play really good competition to start the day and then you come in and play someone on your level, you just both play awkward and sloppy. And in the comms, it's just kind of like, we need to just survive this series. Like, clearly nothing is going our way. Because it just seems like it's awkward right now.
It really is. It's staggered. And one of these teams needs to be the one to step up and say, look, we can play better than this. We have played better than this. But it can't be on our opponents to make that the case. We have to be able to up the speed when we need to, because if Stromboli were playing as well as they presumably did to take SSG to 4 games, they would be taking this. Meanwhile, if Ghost were playing as well as they did against Alpine, they should be beating Stromboli in this form too. It's both teams playing pretty badly. Like, we've been talking now for about 2 minutes, and they've just been bipping the ball around the field with no real direction. There's pointless hits.
I'm going to try to reel myself in, but here comes Chronic. No touch. Second there, off the backboard. It's a... Man, oh, guys, it's a bunch of gold play. We're watching gold threes. What is this?
I don't know.
9 seconds
one of
left.
you.
How is this landed at a 1-0 scoreline? How does this make sense?
It doesn't at all. All right,
I'm
well,
not
let's
trying to be harsh, but this is gold level play.
I think you're being nice, mate. That's the thing.
I'm gold.
Alraz in the goal. Give me 2-0 for Freshness. Alraz does get a save. That was not a good game of Rocket League. I'm going to say it. That was ugly. There were no... I mean, to be fair, there were 2 infield passes. One of them was saved easily. The other one resulted in a backflip. And apart from that, the goal that Freshness scored, the ball just sort of just rolls in front of him. He doesn't even know how it happened.
Look, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that this game was just awkward. Like, game 1 was not the same. There was some better offense, but we'll keep that in gesture. Look, it's a 1-0 lead. It's a win, but sometimes, man, you just get these series, bro. You just get it. Call it. It happens. It happens. We move on. I don't know.
Let's be positive, Spaceman. Ghost Gaming, they got a win while playing badly. The sign of a champion, to not be at your best and still emerge with victory. So that is my positive spin on that. Meanwhile, for Stromboli, they didn't play that bad and only conceded 1 goal. So decent defending from them. So both teams are now feeling a little bit better. So hopefully they'll play a tad more expansively in game number 3 and for the rest of this series, which is a close one. It's 1-1 in games, and Chronic almost scores an own goal early doors, but manages not to.
Oh, what a shot on that. Good save. In the first 10 seconds, this has been better Rocket League than we got in all of game 2, and I'm loving it. Back the other way to Lion Blaze. Again, touch hasn't really been there. I don't know if it's a timing issue today. I don't know if he just is not feeling it, but he has been pretty quiet. As Stokely's going to send this towards the backboard. Lion Blaze will meet it. Up to Chronic. Will not clear this out. Alrez down, and good intercept. Again, we'll leave this in the blue half. Luke misses his hit. Stokely off net. Chronic on net. Bounces off the bar. An awkward back and forth for both teams vying for a spot at midfield.
Yeah, Chronic has been Stromboli's most reliable attacker so far with the 2 goals and also with a few nice touches in the final third. But that should have been on target. I don't know if he was trying to let in a teammate who wasn't on the same wavelength because there was no one there with him, or if he was trying to shoot and it was inaccurate. But that was a disappointing shot from Chronic, who has impressed me with his touches in that Dominus. He's coming forward now. He's actually called off it by Alraz. Up against Luke. A 50-50 is won by Stromboli, which Stokely can reach. Puts it into the centre. Good decision from him, but then a quick read from Luke. Pushes it out wide, back towards Alvarez, whose touch is good into the centre. I feel like we're so close to something just connecting for Stromboli at the moment, but there's just that final touch which isn't in the right direction, and eventually it lets Ghost come back forward.
Well, that's kind of how it's been this whole series, dude. It's just things develop for Stromboli, then they break down when it comes to finishing on net. For Ghost, they recover in midfield, they bring the ball out, and then they crumble. Lion Blaze has seemed behind on a bunch of these hits. Luke has really been the only player I've seen on Ghost to try to extend these plays. I don't know. It's 3 minutes left, still plenty of time. But interesting thus far. A lot of boost burned on this. It'll cross it out off the backboard. And anyone there to follow up. Slow to the field. I don't know if it's a communication issue, but that should be a play where that cross gets connected with, even if it's off the bar, even if it's contested. You have to be able to put a shot on net.
Well, the way both these teams are playing, yeah, you've got to be able to gamble. If a player's going up for a ball off the backboard, which is a tough read, on today's form, there will be instances where they're missing. And there's another miss there from Freshness. Chronic went in a little bit too late. Stromboli, though, need to be taking advantage of these Ghost misses. I feel like they have the capacity for the third man to be a lot further forward, more aggressive. They can squeeze the life out of Ghost here with the way Ghost are playing, and they're just not... They don't have the endeavour to do it, the bravery. The shots are flying in, but they're relatively simple for Freshness. That was clean.
That was the best one, yeah.
Just not quite enough for Stromboli. Maybe that'll change in the next couple of minutes, but you just know that a goal for Ghost here will be the only goal in this game. They're going to get a scrappy one. Eventually, Stromboli going to overcommit at the wrong time, and Ghost are going to roll something in, and it's going to finish 1-0 Ghost. I bet you anything.
I know people are probably thinking these casters are absolutely just bashing the teams, and look, we're not here just to bash their play, but we are saying you're down 0-1 already in a day where you have to qualify for a major tournament. You can't play this level of Rocket League moving forward. This cannot be the norm. You need to play better, because if this is how the entire day is going to spell out for you, you will not make it to the weekend. This has to be better. It's 1:30 left in the game. Neither team has had a real shot on that. Here's a chance. Still slow to the ball. Lion Blaze is going to try to kick this one back. Stokely going to meet it. What can Stromboli do in transition? Freshness will take it away. No one's up to challenge. I don't think Stokely had boost. But they leave it out to Chronic in midfield. A slow roller and a rainbow shot as Lion Blaze comes towards the top of the box. Chronic pinching it down. Can he extend it? Two touches off the top of the bar and into the side.
You've said the word transition there, Spaceman, and just watch when Ghosts get a clearance. A few times they've been pushing it forward with some power. You know, there's been a clean hit in defense. and there is no one there in the midfield for Ghost at all. They seem boost-starved by Stromboli. They seem worried. They seem nervous, timid to leave their own net. Like, Luke's just made a bit of a chance, a bit of space for his teammates to come forward. Eventually it falls to Lionblaze, but he's approaching the ball late. He's not quite cheating closely enough, like he believes that the 50-50 is going to work. And time again, that's just letting Stromboli come right back in. Chronic's got another chance at a shot, which is saved out wide towards Freshness. Maybe this is the transition. Now we've got Luke playing in front of the ball for the first time in a while. Lionblaze also has a teammate to his side. Luke is taking the shot eventually, saved by Stokely, but at least they had a man in front of the ball and it led to a clean shot.
I just want a goal. That's all I want. I just want a goal. 10 seconds left. That one's going to hang. Come back down. Freshness going to meet it. Okay, Luke. Luke, this is your chance. Oh, okay, Alraz comes up for the save. Lionblaze extending to Alraz. Oh. Open net, Stokely. We're going to OT. All right.
Someone gamble on a misclear, please, for goodness sake. All 6 of them has missed the ball, whiffed it horrifically when defending, and there's never been a player for the other team closing it down. Just thinking, do you know what? There's a lot of misses in this game. Maybe this will be one as well.
Please.
It's a frustrating one, man.
Lionblaze can't get there. Into the corner. Luke gonna have to play great defense. Alraz couldn't get the pinch. It's back to midfield. Luke has boost to be able to get to this one, but he's gonna elect for Chronic to play that one out. Freshness doesn't get the touch. Lionblaze will come up as Luke rotates back and will sit in net. No second touch there. Everyone's just kind of missing their hits today. It happens. To Lionblaze. 2 touches. Will it come in? It will. Slow down. An awkward slow at that. It leaves Stromboli open to bring it back to midfield. This has been an interesting game. Coming down from Luke. Please pinch. Here comes the shot! And no one's there. No one's there!
Oh, here we go. This could be it, though. We've got Chronic. He's left the ball for some reason. Why did he miss it there? Right,
Back
listen,
down.
If anyone is watching Rocket League for the first time...
Oh my god. Score! Yes! Thank you, Freshness!
A goal is Freshness' most improved player, circa Spaceman 2020. There it is. That's what it's all about. So what I was going to say was, if this is the first time that anybody watching this has ever seen Rocket League, I promise you, it does get better. This is, for some reason, we're seeing 2 teams playing badly at the same time and not really willing to change it. So don't judge Rocket League based on this. That's all I'm saying.
This isn't even like a slugfest. This is just what is going on? I honestly think it comes down to there's not a lot of teamwork on the field at all. We're seeing individual players bringing the ball forward, and then the offense collapse. People are missing hits, they're missing reads, they're missing cues, they're missing timings, they're missing transitions, they're missing directions. Like, everybody. It's like, have you ever seen Space Jam, Cole? You ever seen Space Jam?
Yes.
It's like the little Monstars came down and gave the Rocket League ball to all the players and sucked the power out of them. And now they're missing free throws. Charles Barkley is just looking weird on the court. I don't know what's going on.
Listen, Spaceman, what we're going to do, okay, is we're going to believe that both these teams step up right now. They've been screamed at by their coaches, okay? And it's about to turn into something beautiful. If we believe it, it will filter through to the chat. It will filter through somehow to the players because of the magic of belief. Can we do that?
All right, I'm with you on this, brother. Let's do it.
Let's go. Reset. Here's Chronic with the air dribble. Saved well by Luke. Fresh is now coming in, puts this one to the side. It's Alraz that gets the read. This could be an early goal. But the shot isn't quite good enough on this occasion, and Lionblaze clears long.
Oh, Freshness misses his hit. Alrad's going to try to funnel into the side. It gets cleared out again. Big center, but Stokely will be there to read it towards the top of the bar. And now it's up to Stromboli. Try to swing this one in transition. Stokely underneath. Freshness following close behind. He will extend over one. Tries to flip it over the second defender. It won't work, and Luke will carry it back out. Lionblaze going to try to run point now as he meets it at the top. No boost, but here comes Lionblaze, taken away by Chronic. And the 1-2-1-2-1 punch from both offenses really hasn't been able to open up any gaps in the defense.
It's a little bit speedy, though, this game in the series. A few jabs from both players when they've just been staring at each other in the middle of the ring for the last few games. Now Freshness up against Alraz. It's a decent read, another air 50-50. Eventually the ball falls to Lionblaze, and Luke can try another one of his trademark dribbles as Alraz and Chronic in front of him tries to flick it to the side for Freshness. He wasn't quite forward enough, but the idea is now starting to formulate for Ghost. And this could be their game to win this series.
Second touch there. back to midfield. Let's slow this one down. Let's take our time with it. Stokely has the right idea. Going to try to extend it down. Chronic, second touch, not going to happen. You know what we're also kind of seeing a little bit, Cole, and just to kind of break this game open as Luke will not get the touch, but into the corner we ensue. We're seeing the shots come not close net, but out of the box. We're seeing them flip the ball out of the box, you know, as they cross that 50-yard line. That's when the shot starts to formulate, and they're not even getting near the net. Good save from Lion Blaze, and it just seems like we're not seeing a lot of second chance opportunities because the shots are coming so far away from the net.
To be fair, that was a great defensive demo. I think it was Luke on Chronic. That is quality. I mean, that had goal written all over it when Chronic won that 50-50. Oh, we finally had a mispredicted and punished, and it's Alvarez that gets the goal because of it, but look, on the backboard, he's missed it. That's all I've been asking for. I'm so happy.
We're going game 5.
That is my dream. No, I don't care anymore. Spaceman,
that shouldn't even have been a goal. That should not have been a goal.
No, it should have, because he made a mistake, and Alvarez, credit to him, he followed it up. He gambled on the error. I'm so pleased right now.
What? Who is responsible for this? We need emergency meeting. I'm tired of this. What is going on?
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say anymore about this.
What the hell is going on?
I can't, man.
Big bumps.
Okay. Reset.
All right.
Yeah,
Ball's back to midfield. Lion Blaze is going to send it to Luke. Will not get the touchdown. Stokely doesn't get a touch either off the backboard. Here comes a follow-up. Lion Blaze won't get there, and Alvarez actually extends it down the side. And they're going to try to hug the left hash, but it will be brought back the other way. And Luke clears out the back of the net. Freshness. A lot of boost, burning a lot of it as well, winning the challenge up in the air, but gets taken out. It's hard to read these offensive hits because they're just, it's a one-hit wonder. It's a one-hit wonder each time.
It is, but we're starting to see a few more cuts in rotation from Ghost, which I think is what we need because they need to speed the whole thing up. Freshness does get taken out though. Chronic shoots, should be fine for Luke to put it back towards Stokely, who lets his teammate Alraz in, who's demoed again. Lots of demos as well coming in from Ghost against Stromboli. Seems to be really effective both defensively and in attack at breaking down this dogged and determined team. A touch from Alraz wasn't great. Now Lion Blaze, where's his pass? Instead it's a solo play that he attempts. Chronic was equal to it, but some good pressure now for Ghost.
1 minute left. Alvarez carrying, flip reset. Gives it right back to Luke. Ghost going to try to think about that transition, and that's a big hit that actually clears it back to midfield. So an awkward touch. Lion Blaze shot on net, taken away from Alvarez. A couple of bumps in the sidewall, but they will be able to fall back in transition. Freshness going to play the point man up. Will win the 50 as well. Can he get it out to Luke? That's the question, but Chronic comes in for the challenge, and he won't be able to stall. It's up to Lion Blaze. We've seen that flip a couple of times, and it's been red every single chance. And back the other way we go. And again, just predictable offense from both sides.
Oh, that's better though from Stokely all the way down the end. And Alvarez can almost put it away. We've got 20 seconds left and the game's opened up a little bit as Freshness tries an air dribble over the top of Chronic. Stokely clears long. Lion Blaze is chasing this one, but he'll leave it to his teammate Luke to go long instead. Wants to get this next touch, and he does. Now, what does that open up? Alvarez is hit towards the center. Lion Blaze follows it up. Stokely needs to be really careful here not to throw this right at the death. Freshness is coming in, but it looks like, yeah, it's overtime. They've left it for overtime, our second overtime in a row. And Stromboli are 1 goal away from losing to Ghost here.
Freshness, shot on that, little high, and Alvarez will take it away. It's up to Luke now. Can he extend down? 2 touches off the ceiling and back to midfield. Ghost Gaming now going to try to swing this. What a touch from Luke. And a big bump out. That's Lion Blaze open net. It's going to be easy like that. That's the best goal of the series.
It was a proper one. There was a bump involved, a lovely touch from Luke onto the backboard. Then look at Freshness bullying Chronic. And I think Luke on Alvarez as well. Poor old Stromboli had no one left to save it. And Lion Blaze has the easiest job in the world to score that goal and put all of us out our misery.
It's only proper that the best goal of the series comes in the most crucial time. So Ghost Gaming survive a 3-1 series win. They survived through that absolute train wreck of awkward offense, defense, and look, I'm not saying that to bash the teams, but I'm saying hey, in case the memo wasn't clear, this is important matches, guys. Like, this is to qualify. Now you're 1-1. Please, to everyone playing today, and specifically Ghost and Stromboli, do not play that way again, because both teams were not good on the field. You have to play better Rocket League if you want to make it to the weekend. You have to. Like,
I don't necessarily think it was a lack of quality. I think it was a lack of intent. Both teams just seemed comfortable with chilling with 2 men back, sending one forward to prod it into the corner, and then the other team would have their turn because there was no one there following up. I'd say in the latter half of the series, Ghost just about pushed their second man a bit further forward. There are a few more breaks in rotation. They had players sort of moving in to get that second touch, which was everything we needed. But ultimately, neither team seemed desperate to win, and Ghost managed to grind it out against the Stromboli squad, who I thought, honestly, Spaceman, they really could have won that. If they'd have just stepped it up, even if they'd have, given away a couple of goals here and there, turned it into a goal fest, I think they would have come out on top, because the Ghost offense had pretty much nothing. So it was a frustrating series to watch, but credit to Ghost, they did what had to be done, and they won it out.
Yeah, that's why I specifically said they survived a 3-1 series win, because that could have honestly gone either way. But again, I think the reason we harp on these teams so much is because we know Ghost are better than that.
Yes.
We know Stromboli are better than that. That cannot be the norm moving for this weekend, because again, Swiss bracket means every single game you play actually matters. So you have to come out with better Rocket League performances, but a win is a win. And now you move on, you get that off your back, and hopefully just shake it off and move forward. Cole, closing thoughts on the series. Stromboli 0-2. They now have one chance to really kick this into gear.
Yeah, they have to start playing to Stromboli, but Ghost just about managed to go 1-1 in the Swiss. Now listen, if you were listening to that and you thought we were being a little bit too harsh, let us know on Twitter at RL Esports using the hashtag RLCS. But otherwise, don't go anywhere, because there is more Rocket League to come in a few minutes.